Hey, welcome back to another live. Um, if you missed it in the Patreon, we just recently did a webinar on my 5K little side hustle, and that call was a lot of fun to share that. Next month, what we have coming up is a deep dive that was inspired by Emmanuel, who's a member, and we're going to be going really deep into financing. So he was asking about I talked a while back about the 99 different forms of financing and all of that. And basically, we'll go, yeah, just deep into how we get things financed. We've actually got about 50 that we've used, so we'll go through the ones that we've actually used, and then we'll also talk about the others. So we've gone from about 99 to 159 different forms of financing that are available. So some of those we actually will use in Financier Bank to help folks get their deal closed. In other cases, we may use some outsourcing and that kind of thing. But we've got direct relationships with about 100 different financing companies, and some of those kind of overlap as far as the different types of financing that they offer. So if you're interested in a deep dive into financing deals right now, it's working this year, and then I think what's going to continue to work into 2023. Be sure to check out the Patreon. And shout out to Victor. I don't know the date on the webinar, but we will let you guys know once we get to December when that's going to be. Today, I want to talk about deal flow, though, which when you get those two together, you can really do a lot of deals, and there's a lot of deals to be done. So you get deal flow taken care of and understood, and then you get financing taken care of and understood, and you're good to go. You're ready to close some deals. So let's talk deal flow. Um, I think the most interesting thing that is difficult, this is very, very difficult for deal makers in 2022, is that we're getting pitched so much the importance of getting attention. And while attention can be really valuable, the more valuable thing for us is the ability to sell. And so, I kind of consider it going wide versus going deep. So you have a lot of people that are building attention, and so they're getting in touch, a little bit of attention from a lot of people. Really, it's a lot more valuable for us to have a deep relationship with a few people. So it's more if we're going to get referrals of deals. So, we get a lot of referrals from banks for deals. We get a lot of referrals from CPAs. We get, deals that are pre-market from brokers, just all these things. And all of those deal flow is going to come from building relationships with people. It gets really difficult to build deal flow just based off of a ton of random attention, because this is something where people have to have a lot of trust and faith in you. So part of it is, if you're going to build a relationship, you want those referral sources, you want to build a really deep relationship with each of them. But then the other part just gets into sales in general. So once I think the toughest thing is the skill set of getting attention doesn't mean that you're able to sell. So even if you get a ton of attention and then you get in front of a seller and you're not able to convince that seller to do the deal structure that you want them to do, which is basically a sales job. If you're not able to convince the investor to invest in the deal, if you're not able to convince the finance company to lend on the deal, just all these people have to basically be sold on your transaction. And one of the things that helps in getting that sale done is that you've got a really deep relationship with each party, and you're able to do that, and then you're able to sell. And so I think that there's basically a huge focus on kind of the marketing aspect of, okay, I want to build a really big audience. And when it comes to deal making, the more valuable skill set is actually sales. And it's the thing that everybody wants to, it's kind of a bad word. Nobody wants to be the salesperson, but it is the more valuable asset, because I've seen people that are great at sales that they just know one person. They just get in front of one deal, one seller, and they're able to convince them to do, an amazing deal structure with incredible seller financing, incredible earn out. The business owners completely sold on them. They want to hold some equity. And like, when you do that, you only need an audience of one if you're amazing at sales. So that would be my tip. Focus on sales, focus on going deep, not trying to market to a lot of people in each of the parties that are involved with the deal, trying to build a deeper relationship with them. Thank y'all for popping in. Be sure to check out the Patreon. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification so you can pop in and ask questions on these calls. Have a great weekend.